Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's STORMYBMAN, and I am live and on the move. Shout out to my brother, Junior, the truth. For this Monday, December 8th, 2025, we're going to talk a little boxing this morning on my commute to the grind. Yeah, it's early. It's 19 degrees out here in the Chi, and I'm gonna tell you something. It feels every bit of it, huh? Feels every bit of it, man. So, coming out of a weekend of a great set of boxing, let me tell you something, man. There are people that probably are not going to give PBC and Amazon Prime credit, but this was a damn good card, you guys. There was some damn good fights on there. Nunez and Sosa. I mean, you know, you had the two juniors. You had Mosley Jr. taking on Ramos Jr. Frank Martin taking on Francis Bartholomew. Even Erislandy Lara's late replacement, Johan Hernandez, Gonzalez is his name. We got some good boxing out there, you guys. We got some really good boxing out there this past weekend. And so for some who are, you know, just dim-witted, where they don't want to receive the sport as a whole, those of us who really enjoy the sport, we had a chance to really, you know, take in and partake in some boxing. Now, a lot of it, I was having to go back and forth because with me being on snow detail and everything, man, I talked about it yesterday. Before sunrise yesterday morning, man, we were hit with another 10 inches where I live. It's like, it's ridiculous. I'm like, could we kind of have a timeout on the snow for a little bit? Huh? Please? Give a brother a chance to have a cup of hot chocolate or something. Thaw out, you know? Yeah. I see we got some people filing into the building. Let me see. We got the OG, Mr. Mont, out there early. What's happening, Mr. Mont? How you doing, brother? Grand rising to you this Monday. Adrian Vitt is in the building. Stephen L. LeMac, my brother. I know he ain't never too far away. Stephen L. be dialed in, bro. Hey, Stephen L., you be getting them notifications, right? Am I correct when I say that? Let's see. We got Shogun 76, the real Shogun of Harlem, in the building. Yes, going on? What's going on? Let's see. Del Real out there. Who else we got? I think that's it for right now. Yeah, see, Stephen L. be getting the notifications. For you guys that claim that you don't get the notifications, I'm going to tell you a key component into getting the notifications. You got to tune into the content, man. On the regular, huh? You can't just visit STORMYBMAN the third Thursday out of the month and expect to get a notification. You got to be in the algorithm, huh? That's what it is. You got to tweak it, huh? And I know it's true because I've clicked on a video just out of curiosity, right? To see what the content creator was, you know, uploading. You know, I saw a, you know, thumbnail or headline. I click on it. Next thing you know, I'm inundated with all material of the same type of category or whatever. And it's like, man, so I found myself when certain things show up on my news feed now, I just hit that button that says not interested. Because they're going to keep sending you the stuff. And guess what? That will weed out the family who I support on an everyday basis. Their stuff don't come to the top of the page. It be those other folks. So you got to do your job, you know. Do your part in supporting. That was my PSA for the day. Well, good morning, everybody. I appreciate you guys. You know, it's very early in the morning, and some of you have already started your day. And, you know, here it is. We're here back. I want to ask you guys in the chat, given that you've seen the entire card, both the prelims as well as, you know, the main card, what do you find to be the fight of the night for you? That doesn't mean it has to necessarily been the fight of the night for everybody. But what do you find to have been the fight of the night for you? To be honest, for me, the fight of the night for me was O'Shaquie Foster taking on Stephen 2 pounds Fulton, huh? Because 2 pounds, man, he didn't win a round. 2 pounds was outclassed, and really, he could have phoned that performance in from the sofa, huh? Or should I say the dining table, because that's where he was at most of his training camp, huh? Yeah! But anyway, that was my fight of the night, Foster and Fulton. Yeah, that's right, Del Real. Man, I love that fight, man. And O'Shaquie showed us class, bro. He showed us class. He can box, he can punch, he can dictate the tempo. He's got fast hands. He throws good combination, very good punch placement. He has really grown over his last several fights, O'Shaquie Foster, and he's not getting enough credit for what he does. And I really admire the fact that he's unperturbed by the people who don't want to give him his credit and glory, because he's going to snatch it off the table anyway. And that's the way it should be. Not saying people shouldn't give him credit. I've been giving him credit. For several years, I have been on the O'Shaquie Foster team, man, because I like how the young man has done some things to turn his life around. He's trying to make his place in this sport with his family, and he's just doing some overall positive things. In the meantime, with decks stacked against him, huh? Because you can see that they are definitely not happy, because guess what, y'all? He represents that fighter that has that rhythmic and perpetual motion that Kurt Sugar, shout out to my brother, RIP to him, you know, rest in power. He would talk about certain fighters having that, and that's a hard thing to beat, huh? Yeah. So that was what was up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what that is, man. That's what that is. O'Shaquie is definitely a guy, and if he continues on like this, he could find himself in the pound for pound ratings. All he has to do is get a chance at one of those named fighters that y'all like, huh? That y'all think highly of and everything. Give him a chance against one of those guys and see what happens. I can almost guarantee that he's going to make somebody look bad. And there is one guy whom keeps moving away from him, huh? Yeah, that's that little shitty CRUZ out there, huh? Who always seemingly has shitty things to say about someone else's performance, huh? Well, let's just see you get past Teofimo, because I'm going to tell you something. The Teofimo fight might be a little closer than people think. You know why? Because they both got the same kind of temperament and personality. Yeah, shitty, huh? Both of them. They shitty cousins. Yeah. Stormy with it this morning, talking about these guys. That's right. Let's see who else. We got Tay-Tay in the building. What's good with you, Tay-Tay? Good to see you this morning. Junior the Truth, my brother. I was just mentioning you a moment ago. Grand rising to you, brother. Hope you're doing well this morning. I know you start your early grind. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Stephen L. said He's definitely after Shakur. Yay, man. Shakur keep moving away from him with that moonwalk, huh? It looks nice, huh? You remember the first time you saw the moonwalk? Somebody do that? Look at that dude there. Look, what are he doing? What's that called? Oh, that's the moonwalk. Ah, that's kind of smooth, huh? Yeah, but see, we done seen that before, Shakur. The moonwalk, walking away from your opponents, huh? We've seen it, and that's what you're doing. Because if you were down for that life, you would just go ahead and say, let me fight O'Shaquie. He looking good and everything, instead of talking about the guy. Oh, he got hit and everything. He got dropped, you know. It can happen in boxing, especially when you're looking to engage, huh? I tell you one thing, Lamont Roach didn't get caught with that shot no more, did he? Huh? He didn't get caught no more with that. You know why? Because he made what's called what? An adjustment, huh? How many shots did your boy, Pitbull, get caught with? Did you see his head after the fight? He looked like Canelo, didn't he? He had lumps and bumps all over his head. Hey, that's a song, huh? Remember MC Hammer? Lumps and bumps, lumps and bumps. All over his head was lumps and bumps. Yeah. Yeah, Lamont was up. And Lamont was fighting with a broken hand, y'all. Yeah. He says from the 5th round. That might be accurate. And I think I know when he broke it. Because I saw him, he landed it, and it was kind of high off of Pitbull's dome. Huh? That's why a lot of times when you fighting guys that are shorter, you got to bring those shots around the sides and up underneath. But you know, that's a boxing tip from STORMYBMAN that some of y'all, you know, you can take it and file it, huh? Because you're always trying to steal, huh? Stealing off the table. You can ask Junior the Truth. He out there, we talked yesterday. Junior can tell you guys, I come up with that stuff. It's right off the cuff. It's not pretend, huh? The boxing knowledge is real, huh? Combative arts. That's why I've said there's no such thing as a style is all wrong for another guy in the sport of boxing. Because if you box, everything can't be tailor-made for you. You have to learn how to deal with what's difficult, huh? What's an oddity. There's going to be guys shorter than you. There's going to be guys taller than you. Guys that have shorter reach than you. Guys that have longer reach than you. Guys who are fleet of foot. Guys whose feet are like they're in quicksand. Yeah, there are going to be guys who can knock you out with one blow. And there are guys that when they hit you, you're going to say, did you feel something? Was that a breeze? Yeah, all of that. Yeah, Stephen L says that Nunez and Sosa fight. Yeah, that was a pretty good boxing match there, man. I got a chance to watch that, Stephen L, after we talked about it. Good stuff there. He says, expected that from O'Shaquie. That's why I say Nunez versus Sosa. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know that anybody, including you, Stephen L, expected O'Shaquie to just wash the guy like he did. I mean, did you see, now be honest, Stephen L, because you know we talk too behind the scenes. Did you actually see him not winning a round? O'Shaquie just, he put that dude in a blender, bro. I thought he might get a round or two, but he got nothing from me. I kept looking at my scorecards. I was like, shit, I just might as well write UD at the end of my scorecard. Because he was doing some good work in there, bro. Very good work. Yeah. He says, Lil Chicken Hawk told me Fulton wasn't being disciplined in camp too. Okay, well, see, you had an inside track on that. You know what I mean? Stormy has to assess from what he's done in the past and how he's looking presently and all of those kind of things. When you got these little birdies, huh? Who the hell be opening the bird cages, huh? Letting all these tweeters out there. Yeah. Junior said, let's go. That's right. We going, bro. We going. Says top of the day, Stormy in chat. Stephen L says Texas versus Philly, champ, 3-0. Man, y'all gotta stop it with this regional stuff. Yeah. Shaw kept saying, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, you know, that's what's up, man. And I keep telling people, if the right guys fight the right guys, you're going to find out fast who's really at the top. And a lot of it ain't gonna be the ones who you might think off the top of your head, oh yeah, he got this. Like, shout out to my brother Blue Blood Sports TV. He had a video yesterday, one of I think it was number 150 that he had released yesterday. So you might have to sort through the files. He said that he doesn't think that Lamont Roach Jr. can beat a lot of the guys, and that he's a good fighter, but you know, whatever. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, Junior. I mean, Blue Blood, excuse me. They gotta get in the ring so they can show you, huh? Because I'm gonna tell you, even the best of who you think can ride the wave, they may not have it on the inside when the deal goes down and they get challenged and they're asked and questioned, huh? Why are you here? Huh? Yeah. But you won't never know that when they're not fighting 50-50 fights. You can actually say that Lamont Roach Jr. in his last 2 fights was fighting in so-called 60-40 fights. And he fought both opponents, and it wasn't in his favor, 60-40. But you can see that he fought both guys to pretty much draws, or where you could see him edging it out. Now going in, nobody was giving the guy a chance. This is why you got to make the fights. You got to have the fights take place, because there are, but again, putting honor to Kurt Sugar, intangibles, things that are unforeseen. Yeah. Stephen L says, Shakur beats anybody. He gets in the ring with shitty or not. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. And he's one of the ones that I will tell you straight away that I mean when I say if he faces the right opposition, you're going to find out he ain't all that. Do you remember the kid from the Olympics? Do you remember the response you got from that kid from the Olympics when he wasn't victorious? Do you remember that? That's who he is. That's who he is. Do you remember Evander Holyfield in the Olympics? Do you remember Roy Jones in the Olympics? That's who they are, how they handled themselves, huh? And their careers spoke it in volumes to the mountaintops. I keep telling you, watch boxing. There are elements of this that repeat itself oftentimes, and you can see the truth. You can put the test to the board, huh? Don't watch it with your feelings. Watch it with intellect. I know it's difficult for some of you, huh? Yeah, it just ain't gonna happen because it ain't there. But, huh? Stick around Stormy and maybe something will rub off on you, huh? And it won't be baby oil, I promise you. Yeah! Uh-huh. Yeah, buddy. Trying to look at the chat while I'm driving, but it's moving along. NBA D Nice, what's happening with you? I see you out there. Good morning to you. Y'all smash that like button for Stormy as you come into the building, man. Smash that like button. Stephen L says Pitbull head broke 2 hands already. You know why that is? I'm going to tell you why that is, brother. Because, to be perfectly honest, the fighters that have broken their hands fighting him They haven't been trained how to deal with who he is. You know, he fights behind a high guard. You have to find a way to pierce the high guard, and the way to do it is by coming around the sides and up the middle, underneath. Guys who fight with the peekaboo style and their gloves up around their head like that, they're cutting off their peripheral vision, huh? It's like 60%. So you need to make him run into shit. But again, you know, this is X's and O's of boxing, and when STORMYBMAN tells stuff, then they want to write it down and go and try to dispel it or make other counter talking points and everything. But the old sages know exactly what I'm talking about, huh? Yeah. The OG Mr. Mon is out there. He says, made him skittish. Yeah. Stephen L. says, I kept telling people the way how O'Shot style is for Fulton was all wrong, from how he uses his reach, his footwork. Only thing his O was wrong about was getting knocked out. Good morning to the brothers, Freedom's March. Hey man, you and I Am Trill Will, man, that is a combination like peanut butter and jelly, bro. You two guys need to do more collabs, Freedom March, because you guys cover topics and the community needs that so much. And there's so much education people can garner from listening to you guys. You know, the way you do what you do, and then you guys come together, you have a point and counterpoint type element to what you do. And I caught you guys yesterday, man, for a season. You know, I was in your chat and you were talking some good stuff, man. Good stuff there, Freedom's March. So you guys keep that up, man. You keep it up. Black Martial Arts Society in the building. What's going on? Healer, the teacher. What's happening with you, bro? Good to see you out there this morning. Yeah. Yeah. Junior says, find the blind spots. There you go, Junior. That's right. Find the blind spots. And for those guys, like I said, it's usually coming around the sides and up and under. Huh? Yeah. And high guard don't work in close. So you can get close to him too. There's another thing that Lamont was supposed to do that he wasn't doing, and I would like to give word to his dad, Roach Sr. When you get in clinches with guys like that, or the so-called power punchers, not only do when you get into clinches with them, because you notice Pitbull was clinching a lot, but you walk them backwards, and you walk them clockwise and counterclockwise according to what their fighting position is. If it's a southpaw, you want to walk him clockwise. If it's a orthodox, you want to walk him counterclockwise. Why? Because it stirs the strength in the legs up, and believe it or not, it puts a lot of pressure on the fighter physically in that way. See, but that's another tidbit for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. A condo in the building this morning. What's good with you? He says, yeah. Good morning, Sensei. Yeah. Mr. Mon said, yeah. Mr. Mon says, Lamont Roach counters are so tight you barely see it when he throw it. And that's good. Guys who could throw short shots can hurt people. Remember, he hurt Tank with a jab. You know why? Because Tank was prepared for those hooks, and he flicked that jab out there, and Tank was like, wait, was that a jab that hit my eye? Let me take a knee. Yep. Then he got up and ran over to the corner and asked his corner man to fix his lipstick. Huh? What the hell was that all about? There are no timeouts in boxing. No timeouts. And for the others, you teach it, there's no crying in boxing. And send that to Shakur Stevenson. No crying. Do something about it. Sitting up there crying. I don't like to lose. That's why you don't like to fight real contenders. Keep moving up in weight classes. No, I'm a 135 pounder, but getting ready to fight Tiafimo at what, 140, 147? Get out of here, man. That dude is such a wuss, man. I don't know. Y'all like him, huh? I don't like him like that. That's why I continue to keep my foot on the gas, calling him shitty cuz, That's right. Remember that saying, people show you who they are, believe them the first time, right? And Shakur showed you who he is. As long as he can beat up on some guys who have limited athleticism and bad footwork and things that, oh yeah, he'll take those guys on 8 ways from Sunday. But if anybody's kind of a boxer like him, more athletic, might have hand speed, popping, punching power, all of that, yeah. Freedom March says, I call it find the triangles. Yeah. You know, I did a show talking about putting fighters in the triangles. Freedom March. People in the chat that have been subbed to me for a while, they'll tell you about my Tuesday tussle. I break all of that stuff down. You know, I've been doing that show for so many years, and I still come up with a fresh topic every Tuesday. That's kind of interesting when I look back upon it. Some subjects need to be revisited or expounded upon. But that's something that I've done. Proud of the Tuesday tussle. Proud of it. He says, you see Tonka say he hurt his knee. Man, don't nobody give a care about what he hurt in his feelings. That if anything is hurt, it's his feelings, because he got them all over the place, like a woman scorned. I don't know why people like to keep bringing him up, or you know what. If I've talked about him, it's been due to, you know, something of reference or whatever for the sport and how him being enraptured. But he's not one of the people that I choose to focus or highlight or profile on, because he's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Kondo says, ever since Shitty Cuz let Undisputed slip by not fighting Devin, being greedy, can't take him seriously. No, it wasn't about fighting Devin. It was about fighting really stiff competition. That's what it is. You guys don't see what I see with him. That dude doesn't want to fight the best people. If you think that, what's his name? The guy that he just beat, Williams, what was the dude's name that he just, Shitty Cuz just beat? If you thought that dude was the one, no, that's not the one. See, he was down there with Oshaki and them, and he got the hell out of Dodge. He beat up Valdez because Valdez had a good name, and also, you know, for the same reasons that Valdez lost to the other Mexican dude, you know, had no footwork and everything, and Shakur, he could dictate everything. That's what he's looking for. But you can't do that against other gifted, athletic fighters who have rhythmic and perpetual motion like you, and who may even pop more than you do. And when I say pop, I'm talking about punching power. punching prowess. So that's something to bear in mind. Flying Guillotine in the building. What's happening? He says, Stormy B, I got a movie for you. Lost Swordsmanship. Yeah, I got that movie in my DVD collection, bro. Yep. I got it. How you feel about that? That's not a wuxia film that I'm particularly hype about. Not that one. But there's a few. Huh? There's one that the Shaw Brothers made called Trilogy of Swordsmanship. How about that one? It's 3 short films in one, made by several directors from Shaw Brothers Studios. And I think it was produced in 1974 or 75, something like that. Trilogy of Swordsmanship. How about that, Flying Guillotine? You like it? Yeah. Wuxia, martial arts. I be on it. Yeah, Junior, that's William Zepeda. Yeah. Yeah, that is a condo. That is how Tank moves. That's how a lot of them move, but y'all don't see it because if you like a certain guy, you don't see their shortcomings. You got to be able to see the shortcomings to realize and be able to analyze the truth about the individuals. And see, that's where you know, some of you guys, you get angry when a fighter is being critiqued. But if I'm critiquing a guy's shortcomings, it has nothing to do with me not liking him. Because to be honest, I don't like most of them out there because they won't give you what they should be giving you. They're robbing you. They ain't robbing me. They got y'all all in your feelings about them and stuff. What Tank tell her? Shut the fuck up and be a fan. Okay. You know, Tank treat people like, what's the name? Ike used to treat Tina, huh? Anime, eat the damn cake, Anime. I don't want no cake, Ike. Oh, bitch, you done lost your mind. Uh-huh. That's y'all. Sitting up there cheering for these dudes. Shitty cuz. Fighting T.O. Listen, that ain't no big fight. It's gonna be may the best Frady Cat win, huh? That's what that if they both get in there and see a shadow on the canvas, they both might turn around and run and jump out the ring, huh? Yeah, Frady Cat ass niggas. Yeah, man, please. They don't fool me, man. They do not fool me. Is that a shadow? Is that a ranked contender? Is that a skilled fighter? Fuckers running and shit. T.O. turned down $11 million to fight Devin. Why? Because he don't want to risk having a loss on his record? Nigga, you ain't impeccable. You better get that damn money. If his dad was a real one, he'd tell him not in front of the media because he don't want to embarrass his son. He was like, look, boy, you're going to get your ass in there and we're going to make that money. Huh? Yeah. Flying Guillotine, I appreciate you, bro. But Stormy is talking, you know, we talking boxing, man. Huh? Come into the damn, you know, Kung Fu channel and the Kung Fu streams and start trying to drop that. So I can hit you with a myriad of Kung Fu titles that'll have you so shook up, huh? You be running around here like Freddie Roach. Yeah! Uh-huh. A condo says a cat fight. Yeah. Frady cats. Them two dudes are scared of their shadows, man. Funny how the guys who are afraid to really get in there with people be doing the most talking too, right? Tank, Shitty Cuz, you know, Tia Female, all of them. They be in there, they just, and they you can add a new one to the mix, Richardson Hitchens, or Richardson Bitchens. Them guys be talking some mighty doo-doo, huh? They do, and it ain't nothing gonna happen. All that bumping the gums. Get them dudes, you know, listen, man. In boxing, you're gonna take some, you know what I mean? It's like, well, don't be scared, like old boy in Life said. Don't be scared. It happens in the sport, huh? You gotta take, sometimes, you gotta take that butt whooping. What old boy say in Harlem Nights, the champ, don't take this ass whooping personal. Yeah, man. That's right. Huh? Shit. Yeah, William Zepeda. He was fighting a whole bunch of dudes that was lined up for him. He had trouble with fucking, what's his name? What's the brother's name? That, got knocked out. Damn, why can't I think of his name right now? Help me out, chat. Who's that Zepeda knocked out before he fought Shakur? I mean, he didn't knock him out. He struggled with him. Southpaw, bald head. Tevin Farmer, there we go. Appreciate that, Junior. Tevin Farmer, yeah. You know, Tevin Farmer can box, man. He ain't got power, but he can box. He got a lot of boxing experience. And they just didn't want to give him a victory over Zepeda. In them two fights, he looked good, right? When he gets in there with Shakur, and he looks really bad. And that other kid that was supposed to fight Shakur, who ended up in intensive care, he need to get in the ring with Shakur too, because contrary to what some people think, you know, he may have a chance against Shakur. Very well may. Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take somebody who's spry, youthful, willing to take risks and chances, but I don't know if he can get out of intensive care. What was that shit they had him with the pictures with the tubes in him and shit? He's laying in the hospital bed looking like he was on life support. Beep, beep, beep. It's touch and go, sir. Your son is... We gotta watch him through the night. Man, I tell you, bro. No sport creates bylines like boxing. I'm gonna tell you. They come up with all these damn situations and scenarios. Dude said they broke in my house and they took pages out of my passport. Jay Prince. Man, you can't make this shit up. This should be a movie, a mini series. These guys. Mark's laid up in intensive care and shit. We didn't think he was going to accept the fight, so we had to figure a way out of this shit. Boy, I tell you, man, this shit is hilarious. Boxing. That's why I tell people all the time. I say, just watch boxing. You'll see some shit. You'll learn and everything. Huh? Next time I do a live with one of Schofield's fights, I'm going to put an image of me up there from a hospital room, bandaged up and shit. I'm reporting from the Floyd Schofield Jr.'s training camp. You can't make this shit up. Oh, man. Woo. Man, I tell you, you gotta laugh at it, right? It's like, come on, man. If you've been around and you just know better, huh? It's like, really? They really actually tried that? Fuck out of here. Man. Y'all know it's funny, man. I see Junior out there cracking up. You know I ain't lying. It's like, man. Hey, Junior, you have to admit, though, that's a good one. We old enough to remember the old era, right? The past era. I never saw Ray Leonard or none of them guys go up in the hospital and be like, I can't fight Hagler. I've been poisoned. Man, if you don't get the hell out of here. And we didn't even have social media back then, so it's like that shit would have been just too much, man. Who the hell took that picture of Schofield in the hospital? His dad? Man, we should be on his case forever for that shit. Who does that, man? He might as well took a picture of his ass in a coffin. He can't make the fight. He can't make the fight. He's deceased. You can't make this shit up. Test tube, baby. Oh my goodness, man. Oh. That is ridiculous, man. That motherfucker inside of a funeral chapel with a suit on. Eyes shut tight and shit. J Prince, we can't fight Shakur. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. I can't even breathe. I can't even breathe. Oh, I got tears coming out. Look here, man. I made it to my destination. I got to get up out of here. But I want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC. I hope y'all have a great week, man. Great day ahead. I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button. And please, some of y'all do me a solid and go over there and subscribe to my Rumble. Because once I get 100 followers on Rumble, I can just go live from Rumble only. So I'm trying to make that pilgrimage over there, you know, so I don't get these problems with YouTube. But I appreciate you guys. This Stormy B-Man, I'm checking out. Peace to everybody. Catch you guys later.